It's the 10th year of Aftershock this year. They, roll back the clock 10 years. The first year of Aftershock, you guys are on the bill. Do you remember? It looked very different than this. Do you remember that gig at all?
Yeah, 100%. I think that the Deftones were on that. Am I right? Do you remember the lineup?
Stone Temple Pilots, Chevelle.
STP, I remember that.
Yeah.
Was that the one with Bush?
Bush, yes.
I remember hearing,
Yes.
was STP fighting or something right before the wouldn't come off somebody wouldn't come off the bus or
That's
something.
right.
I kind of remember something about that show
They're
here.
parked right behind the stage.
Yes.
Of course, remember that. There you go.
Yes, the big rock and roll summer camp has evolved in 10 years, so it's quite the event now. But back on the road, you guys have been busy ramping up for a new album, recording in Europe. Is that looks like a few different places in Europe you've been recording, getting ready for the album 8?
Yeah, we recorded a lot of it in Sweden at this amazing studio called Atlantis Metronome that our producer purchased. And it's the old famous ABBA studio where they recorded all their massive smash heavy metal hits.
Once we kind of like drained the entire vibe out of the city of Stockholm, we were like, we better go to London to finish this record. And then we went to London, England, and did another 3.5 weeks to finish up the record.
Now, to record in such a different setting like that, are you influenced by different things, or what changes from doing a record in Canada or in the U.S.? What kinds of different things are involved?
It's just it's nice. There was an option to record it in New York, and we were like, absolutely not, because we just didn't want a bunch of people coming to the studio. We didn't want a bunch of guests, labels there, man. And nothing against them, but it's nice that we went somewhere so far away that nobody could ever find us except this one fan. Dave right into the studio.
It comes down to focus in a way. I always say, like, you want to be able to just focus on the task at hand. If you do it in LA or New York, you're susceptible to just like the industry, right? It's all happening there. So you kind of remove yourself from that. As far as that fan goes, yeah, that was all me. Somebody rang the doorbell or something, and I went and opened the door of the studio, and she's like, hi. And I'm like, hi, you here for Stefan? It was one of the engineers. She's like, no, Theory of a Deadman. Tyler, and I'm like, But I let her in. She came in. We hung out, chatted for a while. She was nice.
Yeah.
Did she get a co-write credit on the album?
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, you put stuff on social media. You put a photo of where you're recording, and then people will find you. So she was nice.
So, this far into your career, do you feel like you have more freedom to go to explore different directions? I mean, we heard that on Say Nothing. A lot of different mixing in different styles and influences. Do you feel that freedom to sort of take your music where you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, we really did. And the label totally supported us, which is great. I mean, we had our biggest hit of our career with RX on our 6th record, which was really us just departing from trying to do a lot of riff rock. But to be honest, like, we did 2 records. We felt like we had some of the best songs we've ever written. But this new record really feels like, okay, that's enough. So I think our fans will be very surprised with the sound of our new record.
Any teasers you can give as to the direction you guys headed in the studio?
We're playing a new song tonight for the first time. We're going to debut, so I don't know if you're going to catch the set, but yeah, it's exciting. I think we're all excited to finally play it.
When you're playing a song live for the first time, especially one no one has heard, do you still get nervous for that? Are you kind of watching how the crowd takes it in?
Yeah, it's going to be really nerve-wracking. Yeah, I mean, you had to play it first somewhere, but today is going to be in front of I don't know how many thousands of people. But we're also recording it and filming it, multi-camera filming it. So that's really going to jack up the adrenaline.
No pressure.
Now, the song is, we've played it a bunch of times, so it's just going to be really fun. It'll be actually hard to actually try to rein in the tempo, probably.
No one will know if we make mistakes, because no one will know what the original sounds like.
That's right. That's the best part of doing it live first, is no one will know what lyrics I'm mumbling there.
So you're also celebrating 20 years of your debut album. Do you ever, I'm sure you guys take in your music differently than a fan would. I mean, do you go back and listen to those songs? Do you kind of think back of those sessions about how those original songs came together?
Yeah, it sounds like a completely different band. It's so weird hearing my voice. I'm like, and it's just like, and, honestly, a lot of it is because I was sick for so long, and we would like go and party at the bar until closing at 2 a.m. and then we would all go back to the studio. Let's keep recording. Yeah. Tyler, go do some vocals, and I'd be in the vocal booth, just be like, and then I was literally the vocals you hear is like a lot of like these late night sessions where I'm like, I think at one point I just threw the headphones off and stormed out because I was just so fed up.
We just didn't know. I mean, we're so green, just a bunch of kids. You don't know what you're supposed to do. I think it was funny when we went and made our second record, and it was like, no, we'll get in every day at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., and we'll work till 6 p.m., and then we'll all head home. And I was like, oh my God, this is like structured.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. And then it was like, we'll take Sundays off or the weekends off. And we're like, oh. And yeah, it was a totally different experience. But I mean, I still look back at our old stuff, and it's stuck in time. You don't want to really mess with anything. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we could have changed, but that's the wonderful thing about making a record is that I remember when it came out, we were so proud of it. We'd hear it on the radio, we'd be like, yes. So I mean, it works.
And I mean, we have some fans that have been with us since those days, and they come to the shows, and we play songs from that record live, and they go nuts for it.
Now, your lyrical style in particular, I mean, I think you have such a unique voice, especially as you guys developed as a band. There's such a storytelling to some of these songs. Where do you start on a song like that? That has, I guess, such a narrative to it.
Yeah, I don't know. It started with me trying to almost envision. I love movies and stuff, so it's almost like the lyrics. I want people to actually be able to visualize what I'm talking about, like a song like "History of Violence." You want to be actually to almost see what the woman looks like that's being abused. And I've always enjoyed doing stuff like that. Some stuff was kind of metaphoric. The old stuff was a little metaphoric, but I really enjoy being with the new stuff. Just really kind of, telling stories. Sometimes there's way too many lyrics. I can't. I just not. I got people that are saying words for me because I can't. I have to take a breath.
Excellent. So a big show. You got debuting a new song, filming it, a lot of stuff going on, new album on the way. So lots to look forward to from Theory of a Deadman. So Thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes, and have a great set.
Thank you.
Thank you.